Hello everyone, my name is Anderson and welcome to the practice video for conditionals if part 1 lesson video. Before we do some practice, I like to take a glimpse of what we learned from the previous video on the part 1. So, let's have a look. We studied two conditional clauses. One, zero conditional, and two, first conditionals. So in this video, we're going to solve a quiz regarding zero conditional and first conditional. So let's review. So let's read the sentence again. If the weather is too hot, chocolate melts. If the weather is too hot, chocolate melts. So this sentence is talking about something which is 100% and generally true. So like when you drop an apple, so imagine there's a tree. So imagine if I drop an apple here. What if I drop it here? Obviously, it falls down into the floor, right? Then how can we form the sentence? If I drop an apple, it falls down. So, like this sentence, we use if zero conditional phrase to indicate something which is 100% and generally true. So now let's move on to the first conditional. So first condition, we used first conditional when we want to talk about something which will happen, may happen. So possible, when it's possible or real, we use it. So we imagine it will gonna happen. So let's look at the example. So it will happen. Possible. Let's look at the example here. So if the weather outside is bad, what are you going to do in the future? What's your plan? I will wear a coat. One more time. If the weather outside is bad, I will wear a coat. Then how do we structure first conditional clause? So it's like this. If, yes, subject, the weather, base verb is subject, subject plus will. This is the most important thing. Will, and then where as a base verb. So if subject, base verb, subject, will, and base verb. Now, one more time, summary. Zero conditional. We use zero conditional when we want to talk about something which is 100% and generally true. And then the first conditionals. When do we use it? We used first conditional if when we want to talk about the future situations which are gonna happen, which is possible to happen, which is real to happen. Okay, now let's practice slowly and thoroughly. Good. Let's read the example first. If we heat up, if we heat water up to if we heat water up to 100 degrees, water ums. One more time. If we heat water up to 100% degrees, water If we heat and 100 degrees, water, this kettle is boiling, right? So, does this situation happen sometimes? No, it happens every time. And it's 100% true. Then, which one should we use? Zero. Conditional. Right? Then, which one should we use it? Which thing should we fill in this blanket? In this blank. A. Water boil. 2. Water boiling. 2. Water boils. Which one should we use? Water as an uncountable noun, then we should treat this word as a singular. Then what did I say to you guys? When it comes to singular, we put S. So the answer is C. If we heat water up to 100 degrees, water boils. So we're talking about zero conditional. And what did I say? We use zero conditional when we want to talk about 100% true general facts. How can we make zero conditional clauses? How can we structure the sentence? If we heat water up to 100 degrees, water boils. Okay, zero conditional, general facts. Very good. Next one. Let's read the example sentence. If you a red card, you can't play the rest of the game. One more time. If you a red card, you can play in the rest of the game. So, it seems like the fact which is 100% true. So, can you still play soccer? Can you still play football if you get a red card? No, that's a 100% fact, right? So we should use zero conditional clause. Aha. Then how can we structure the sentence? If subject base verb subject base verb. So let's have a look at these answers. So A, if you get 2 if you will get, C if you had got. So which would be the answer? Which would be the correct answer? So the answer is A. So we say if you get a red card, this B. If you get a red card, you can't play in the rest of the game. So they're talking about general facts in sports, in football especially. So if you get a red card, you can play in the rest of the game. So let's have a look at the structure of zero conditional clause. So if, yes, you, subject, get, base verb, if you get a red card, as a result, you can play. Play. You cannot play in the rest of the game. As I said, zero conditional. Okay? Very good. Just give you guys one more thing. We can change the order, so you can play in the rest of the game if you get. So you can change the order like this. It's fine. So, but no comma. Okay? Very good. Next one. So, let's read the example sentence. If I get a good grade, I a party with my friends. If I get a good grade, I a party with my friends. So getting a good grade is hard. So it's possible to get a good grade. I always want to get a good grade, but it's really hard. But it's possible. Sometimes it can be real in future. So here's the hint. Which conditional would this be? It's first conditional. The key point of first conditional is possible in future. How can we structure the sentence? Do you guys remember? Can you guys tell me? If, yes. Subject, yes. Base verb, yes. Subject. And then will as a modal verb, yes. And then the base verb. So now we have the answer. A, will have, B, have, C, haven't. The answer is will have. So I'll read the sentence for you guys. If I get a good grade, I will have a party with my friends. One more time. If I get a good grade, I will have a party with my friends. So getting a good grade is possible in future. So that's why we use the first conditionals. So if I get a good grade, I will have a party with my friends. So how can we structure the sentence again? To just remind you guys. So if, one more time, yes, subject, I, get in base verb. We also call this infinitive. Don't forget. Okay, comma, and then I, subject. Sorry about that. I will, important, I will have a party with my friends. This is the a basic form of first conditionals. So don't forget we can change the order. Like I will have a party with my friends if I get a good grade without a comma. Okay, very good. So let's now move on to the next one. If I have time, I books. One more time. If I have time, I books. So this sentence is really easy. So for everyone, having a time to read is not equal to everyone. So if I have time, so let's just say enough time. Can we have enough time every day? Is it 100% true? Nah. So no zero conditional. Nah. So, but it's possible to have enough time. Okay, possible. Then what kind of conditional would this be? It would be first conditional. So it's possible to have enough time. Then how can we structure the sentence? If the subject, have, base verb, and then subject, will, the modal verb, and then maybe something. So let's have a look at the answers. So A, reading. If I have time, I reading books. B, if I have time, I will read books. C, if I have time, I read books. So it's possible. So having enough time is possible, right? So, and having enough time is possible. So if I have enough time, I will read is the answer. So having enough time like it's not always 100% true. We can have enough time sometimes if it's possible in future situations. That's why we use the first conditional. So if I have enough time, I will read books. If I have enough time, I will read books. So structure again. If subject base verb, have subject, I will modal verb and base verb read. So this is the first conditionals. So far we have studied two conditional clauses, first zero conditional and first conditionals. In the next video we're going to cover second conditional clause. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next part. Thank you very much and bye bye.